And now I invite Nancy Kimple to come forward and light our chalice and lead us in the affirmation of covenant, which you will find printed in your order of service.
I light the chalice with these words. Within the heart of the flower, the fountain of beauty, within the heart of the community, a fire that warms and dances within the heart of each of us, a spark of the spirit of life. Holy, holy, holy. Affirmation of covenant.
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is a sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other.
For our time all together today, we are going to share the story, a history lesson of Norbert Čapek's flower communion. Norbert was born in 1880 and raised by a devout Catholic mom and an agnostic father. He became very active at St. Martin's Catholic Church, but in the years that followed, he became disillusioned by the Catholic faith. At 18, apprenticed to his uncle, a successful tailor in Vienna, Norbert discovered Baptists, and he became a minister. He founded almost a dozen Baptist churches from Ukraine to Budapest. Yet, slowly, his faith became more and more liberal. He left Bohemia under government threat and accepted a call to serve a Baptist church in New York City. It was there he met his wife. The Czech-born Maha had met Norbert in New York while he was studying for his PhD, and it was at her urging in 1919 that Norbert left the Baptist ministry to become a Unitarian. Norbert and his wife joined a Unitarian church in New Jersey in 1921 for the same reason that perhaps a lot of you did. Their children needed a religious education program. That's the power of Sunday school teachers. It was then World War ended. With his home country now independent, he and Maha could return home to Czechoslovakia, where they established a large, dynamic liberal church in Prague. And Maha Čapek was ordained in 1926. His Unitarian church in the Prague Liberal Religious Fellowship, over a 20-year span, had 3,200 members. The traditional Christian communion service of bread and wine would not meet the needs of his congregation, but he wanted to create something for them. His church, like ours, had people who believed in different things, and the ceremony needed to be inclusive to all. So Čapek turned to the beauty of the countryside, the beauty of the wildflowers, and in 1923, he developed the flower communion. It was simple. People were asked to bring a flower of their choice from their gardens, from the field, from the roadside. When they arrived at church, large vases stood waiting for them. Each person was asked to place their own flower in the vase. This signified that it was by their own free will that they joined the others there. The vase that contained all the flowers was a symbol of the United Church Fellowship. And after the service, as people left, they went to the vase, each took a flower from the vase, one other than the one they had brought. The significance of flower communion is that not any two flowers are exactly alike, just as no two people are exactly alike. Yet each has a contribution to make. Together, the different flowers form beautiful bouquet. Our common bouquet would not be the same without the unique additions of each individual flower, and thus it is with a church community. By exchanging flowers, we show our willingness to walk together in our search for truth, disregarding the things that might divide us. Each person will take home a flower brought by somebody else, thus symbolizing our shared celebration of our community. This communion of sharing is essential to a free people of a free religion. Chopik was a visionary minister, and he wrote a lot of music, of which we are doing all of his pieces. Well, all the pieces we're doing today, for the most part, the songs are from him. He was a visionary of a church ahead of its time, a bold church, a church thinking beyond its doors, beyond what it thought possible. It was a church that was willing to take risks, to make tough decisions, to bear disappointment, and to build a new way, first by building a church so that that church could build up the world. That was Chopik's church, and that is our church. But for that, the Gestapo arrested him in 1942. The Nazis accused Chopik of listening to foreign broadcasts and sent him to the Dachau concentration camp. Even in starvation and torture, he held a flower communion with his prisoners, his fellow prisoners, finding whatever flowers they could among the weeds of the camp. They testified to the beauty larger than themselves and a love that would outlive them. The Nazis killed Norbert Chopik, but his spirit, courage, and commitment live on today. Those qualities have passed now to us to make them real. His wife, Maha, brought the flower ceremony to the Unitarian Church in Massachusetts in 1940. What we are about to do is not a historical reenactment of something over and done, but an affirmation of our continuity with the generations of struggle for ever-widening liberty. This flower communion, though lovely it isn't a diversion from ugly reality, but a gentle fierceness which proclaims that in the midst of sinister days, there is always the light of beauty. We are not here to recall something that happened, but to remember that something is happening. Today we celebrate this ritual in solemnity and joy. As Chopik asked his people to bring a flower and celebrate beauty, so shall we.
This is part of our celebration that has a little bit of audience participation if you should choose. So on your comfort level, however you would like to, you are more than welcome in this place as we are creating and cultivating this safe space together. So this is a flower meditation for flower communion. Bring your hands together at the center of your chest and keep a little space between your palms. You can visualize a tiny spark of light in that space. Now take a deep breath and blow on that tiny spark, enkindling the flame. And now you can begin rubbing your hands together until you feel the heat from your tiny flame. Now you can take that energy and with a deep breath in, reach up towards the sky with palms up and fingers spread out like the petals of a big, beautiful flower. You can spend a couple of moments here, breathing in nourishment from the air and soaking in the energy from the sun high up above. And when you've gotten enough, stretch up a little bit higher and take in a little bit more energy. Then pull your petals in, resting your hands over your heart. And you can feel the warmth there, the pulse of your heartbeat, the movement of your chest when you breathe. What kind of flower are you? What kind of flower did you imagine when you stretched your arms up to receive nourishment from the air and the sun? Use your imagination and bring the flower into your heart. And then take some deep breaths and let it grow. Now let's turn back the clock. Rewind all the way back to when that flower was just a tiny seedling with so much potential, so many gifts and experiences to explore, lessons to learn. Watch that seed as it sends down tiny roots, then sprouts above the ground. Watch it take water from the rain, nutrients from the soil, energy from the sun, and grow into a magnificent flower. What kind of flower are you? Now, watch that flower as life moves on. The seasons change, the winds blow colder. It's time for that flower to go back into the ground, back to its earth cradle. See the petals become a little more limp, maybe lose some color. See the stem begin to droop, then finally relax effortlessly onto the garden soil. Now, you can speed forward in time, where spring is come again, where the body of that old flower has been taken in by the earth and transformed into nourishment for a new flower, a new life. What kind of new flower will you be? Still in your mind's eye, let some more sun come into the garden and notice all of the other flowers around you. Different colors and shapes, some large, some small. You are not alone in this garden of life. See how your flower is complemented by others, how their size, shape, or color balances out your own. Notice how they all stretch up toward the sun and out into the air, how they thirstily take in the rain from petals, leaves, and soil. And hold that image for a little bit longer. And still aware of your breathing, open your eyes. Look around you. You are sitting in the garden of life. We balance and augment one another. We share joys and sorrows. We are connected to the ground soil of our earth and the infinite ground of all being. Yet each one of us each single flower, is infinitely precious, beautiful, and rare. The gardener revealed a sublime truth to the world when she sang, "I am made whole by your life. Each flower, each life completes me."
So for our flower communion today, we are going to ask if, as you feel ready and called, to please come up the middle of the aisle, take a moment to pick the flower that calls to you, and then go back to your seat this way. And then hopefully we'll have a flow. We're going to have some music. Kendi's going to sing for us. But this is your opportunity to just take a moment to enjoy this beauty and decide what kind of flower you are today.
Spring has now unwrapped the flowers. Day is fast reviving. Life in all her growing powers toward the light is striving. Gone the iron touch of cold, winter time and frost time. Seedlings working through the mold now make up for lost time. Herb and plant that winter long slumbered at their leisure, now bestirring green and strong, find in growth their pleasure. All the world with beauty fills, gold the green enhancing. Flowers make thee among the hills, set the meadows dancing.
These flowers we see before us, they come in many shades and colors. They come in many sizes and shapes. They carry different scents. Some have no scent at all. Yet all were created by the same miracle. The miracle that these blossoms grow every year out of the divine mixing of water, soil, and sunshine. Our lives are miracles as well. Despite our trials and disappointments, people come every year to celebrate flower communion, to be reminded that all of us have value and all of us have a place in the beauty of the world, to be reminded that where you came from is not as important as the fact that you are here now, to be reminded that all are welcome. We come to be a part of something greater than ourselves.
Loving one another, helping out each other.
Nancy come forward, extinguish our chalice. As we say our closing words, go out into the world in peace, have courage, hold on to what is good, return to no person evil for evil, strengthen the faint-hearted, support the weak, help the suffering, honor all beings. And may the spirit of love be a living flame before you, a guiding star above you, a firm path below you, and a gentle presence behind you. Go in peace.